start early in terms of that transition plan to get a mentor. There are programs that want to link you up with a mentor as you make that transition in the community that you're coming into. 3, find individuals that can help you hone your CV so that you take those skills and write it up in such a fashion that it shows the skills you have and how they apply to the civilian sector. Saying that, well, I'm a sergeant major that commanded troops and blah, blah, blah in the Army. You've got to show how that applies to the civilian sector and how those skills translate to the civilian sector. And then you've got to learn what gaps to fill, because the civilian sector, they're going to be grateful for your service, but that employer, how are those skills? How is that experience going to help me? How is it going to help my customers? How is it going to help you perform the job I want you to perform? And to be patient with yourself. Understand that it's a growing process. For me and my wife, that transition was a lot more difficult than we anticipated, far more difficult. And we had been looking and recognizing this is coming. Now, the fact that I was depressed the last year and a half in the Army threw a big monkey wrench in all of that. Things that were leading up to that, and then preparing to exit that last matter of months out of the Army was somewhat accelerated more than that, because the things that I had wanted to get done in preparation really threw our lives out of kilter. So start early, do these things, and then scout out that community you're going into very closely. And if you have a mentor or mentors that you can reach out to, that makes such a big difference. Find some service buddies, some folks that have retired that you can reach out to in that community. An easy way is LinkedIn, probably very easiest way to make those connections. I think those would be some of the things that I would recommend. Stay in your routines. Don't get out of your routines in terms of the way you conduct yourself as a soldier, your exercise, eating your healthy diets. Remain in those. I can't tell you the number of soldiers I took care of, but I was really saddened by this. Soldiers that were, in some cases, many years younger than I was, that would retire, and then their health would just go to pot. They'd gain lots of weight. They develop high blood pressure and diabetes, and these ailments that they didn't have, now they develop them largely because of the massive weight gain and the changes in their lifestyle. And it was sad. Here are these men that were very healthy and vigorous. They retire, and as I said, they were in some cases many years younger than I was, and their health was suffering down. I thought, good grief, these men have served, they retired from the Army, and now they're suffering from these health problems because they haven't been taking care of themselves well. So take good care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves and be kind to others.
Well, the one thing they lose that's the most important that anyone loses when they, not only when they leave the military, but any organization, whether you're a police officer, fireman, even a job where you felt like you belonged, is that bigger mission, something bigger than yourself, right? The belief in something that you're doing something that is greater than you. You know, so I went to war in Iraq. I signed a blank check and I was ready to die. Like, okay, I'm going, I'm not coming back. I was on the front line. I know I'm not coming back. I was okay with that. Why? Because that was a bigger mission. It filled me with that purpose, right? Of something that I'm leaving a legacy. I'm going to die for my country, which is, now I think about it, ridiculous. But you know, like I don't want to die for, I don't want to die for anybody, but that was the purpose that I had at that time. So when you get out and you lose that, the one thing that not only someone who loses the position or loses the position, but also addicts, the one thing they need is a routine. right? If you don't have a routine after you've had years and years and years of a daily, hardcore, structured day, and you get out, that's why so many people lose weight or gain weight or they die. I think like 22% of all people who retire from the military die within 5 years, because they go from doing military, they get up in the morning, they do fitness, and they have a structured day. They know exactly what they have to do. They know when they're going to get paid, when they got to eat, everything, and suddenly it's gone. And so if you don't pick yourself up and start a morning routine and do all that stuff that everybody talks about, right? Magic mornings and all this kind of stuff. It might sound corny to some people, but man, you need that, especially addicts, especially recovering addicts. They need to have something to occupy themselves and have goals and a vision of where they want to go. Not how, but where they want to go. That's what's missing when someone leaves the military. And a lot of guys get out and they're like, oh, I'm just going to get a job and it'll be cool. And they hate it because there's nothing behind it. So you want to be a postman. That's great. I get to deliver the post every day. Groundhog Day, right? Every day. Where's the purpose? Where's the selflessness, right? Where's that larger meaning in life? And so this is where the nonprofits come in. That's why there's so many, military veteran nonprofits. So many, because they're looking for that bigger vision.
Right. I think it needs to be more aware to the soldiers that there are people out there that will actually listen to you. I mean, you'll turn on the TV, and during your time you're watching TV, you might find one commercial saying to join the military. I mean, but what would it hurt to actually make a commercial where put out numbers and websites to veterans that actually need this help? I wish the military